Hey friends, welcome back to our Python exercise series. In the last video, we wrote a simple program to add two numbers using input and float. But today, we are going to level up just a little bit. We are going to calculate interest on a bank deposit, just like they do at banks. And don't worry, it's still beginner friendly, I definitely promise. We are just going to follow the flowchart and build it step by step, nice and easy. Let's dive in. So here what we are trying to do. So here what the flowchart actually says for this exercise. We are going to start. We are going to take the values like amount, years and rate. And we use this formula which is interest equal to amount into years into rate by 100. And then we will show the interest and then that's the end. So that is how we'll stop. Super simple. Basically, we are writing a program that take input from the user, uses a formula to calculate the interest, and then displays the result. So let's break that down. So step one is asking the user for the three key pieces of data, which is the amount they are depositing, and the number of years, and the interest rate. So here's the code for that. So just give amount equal to input. Enter the deposit amount. And now we need years. Input. Enter the number of years. And then we need rate. Input. Enter the interest rate in percentage. Okay. But we need all these inputs in float, right? I think you have that in mind that it will take input in string. So we need that in float because float is more flexible compared to integer. So I'm just converting everything to float. So float. Okay. Because the amounts can be in decimals and interest rate also often like 7.5%, and even time might be 1.5 years in some cases. So using float makes our program more flexible. So now that we have our input and now we can plug it into the simple interest formula, right? The formula which we have already seen. This one. Interest equal to amount into years into rate by 100. So I'm going to do the same. Interest equal to amount into years into rate by 100. Let's say someone enters amount 1000 and years maybe 2 years and rate maybe 5. So the calculation will be something like 1000 into 2 into 5 by 100. So which can be equal to 100. And just like that, we've got the result. If you want me to print interest. And amount can be 1000, years 2, rate 5%. It's 100.0. Okay, now we have seen the final output. And now that's how we'll show the final output to the user. But this is not the right way to show the user. Let's make it, simple, just a little bit formal so that user can feel like, okay, this is the interest. We, the developers, know that it is the interest, but how user will understand that it's the interest? So just give some space and just give the interest earned is. So if you rerun this and just give them 2025. I gave something just like that. So the interest earned is 200.0. So now that's the actual exercise. We have completed the exercise, but let's make it little nicer using an F string because we have learned F string and we also must understand how to implement and use that F string in our exercises, not just in our exercises when we are building something bigger. Then at that time, keeping everything well organized by using these F strings and brackets here and there can make look your program a little bit nicer to even to the other developers as well. It's kind of like an impression as well, I could say, because that's also a part of your the way you organize the things, especially when you're coding. So if you guys don't know what an f string is, I have already made video on f strings. I'm going to keep that in the description. You can just go there and you can just go through it and just come back here and try to use it as an exercise to implement that particular f string that you have learned. Okay, so I'm just going to give f, and then the interest earned is here, just give amount or interest, or maybe we can give something like the interest earned on amount over years at rate, which is percentage, is interest rupees. And we need this interest to show up to 2 decimals. So colon 0.2f. And you can just clear this. So the interest earned on 1,000 rupees over 5 years at 5% is something. Okay, let's see. So the interest earned on 1,000 rupees 1,000 over 2.0 years at 5.0% is 100 rupees, something like this. So that gives you cleaner formatting with 2 decimal places, which is perfect for money. If you want, you can also give some space here if you feel it a bit awkward. And if you want, you can also give years and rate. So it'll be easy for you to, even read. Sorry. So the interest earned on rupees 1,000 over 2 years at rate 6% is 120 rupees. Now I feel it's more meaningful than before. So this is how you can give good formatting, especially when dealing with 2 decimals, which is 0.2f, which is, really perfect for the money. And let me show you the full program altogether. So here we are actually asking the input from the user, which is amount, years, and rate, and we need everything in float. So we converted everything to float and we just calculated the interest rate by this formula, which is already there. So amount into years into rate by 100. Okay. Now go ahead and try it yourself and try entering 5,000 for amount and years 3 years and 6.5% interest. So Python will calculate the total interest you earn and show you the exact amount. So here are a few tips if you're just starting out. Always use float when there's a chance, like your user might enter decimals. You don't need to worry about declaring variables and its type in Python because it's dynamically typed. You don't have to worry about declaring variable types, especially in Python. And always try to use f strings to keep your print statements clean and more readable. When you're unsure about a calculation, try doing it on paper first and then compare the result in Python. This is my particular method whenever I'm trying to solve a particular problem in, using Python or any other programming language. I would suggest you to take a pen and paper and write amount and what amount you're giving, years, rate, everything. I'll have a table in front of me and I'll keep that, formula in my mind and I will check whether it is, working accordingly or not. Not for this particular thing because you already have formula. Sometimes in some cases you don't even know the formula and you have to figure it out yourself. Then at the time pen and paper is the best way to solve the particular problem, whatever the problem. So that will make more, understand how the code is working, like how each and every line is going through. And that's a wrap. So, with this exercise, and you have just written a real world Python program that calculates simple interest. And trust me, these little exercises are building your muscle, especially for bigger and cooler projects later. Don't take it light. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the next exercise. And drop a comment if you have any doubts or if you'd like, a challenge version of this with compound interest, then you can do that. Thanks for coding with me. See you in the next one.